Hey, this is René. Welcome back to another video on this channel. And today I will test the EA Gold stuff from the mql5 forum. So first of all, this expert advisor is offered in the mql5 forum, where you can buy expert advisors or indicators. And this one has a lot of reviews. There are over 400 reviews, which means that this EA is used a lot, and there's 1,000 comments. So let's have a look at this program, and I will test this program and then tell you how it works. Like, I cannot tell you exactly how it works because I do not know the source code, but I can give you like my ideas, and I think I will be pretty precise here because I have a lot of experience developing programs on my own, and then you can decide if you want to use this program or maybe build something similar on your own. The price is pretty decent, $50 seems fair anyways, even if this program might not be like the best in the world. I mean, $50, you cannot make a lot wrong. So let's have a look at this program first. This description here says that you should use this mainly in the gold market, which is XAU US dollar. We will see this later on in the MetaTrader 5. And it says that it uses the gold stuff indicator and then works as a trend follow strategy. So I opened this gold stuff indicator. It is always available in the market here on mql5, and there are some pictures. So you can see here, this has to be this gold stuff indicator, and it really looks like a, I would say, classic trend following indicator. So I don't know if there's something really specific, but in most cases you can exchange trend following indicators with like another indicator, and it's pretty much the same. So trend following indicators, of course, always follow the trend. Like when the market is going up, they will give you a buy signal. If the market's coming down, it will give you a sell signal. It's always a little bit delayed, but usually there's no real big magic about these indicators. Then we will have a lot of settings, but let's now jump into the MetaTrader 5 to have a closer look on this expert advisor. First of all, if you do not have this expert advisor and want to test it on your own PC, you can go to the navigator in MetaTrader 5, which you can open by clicking on View Navigator. And then you can go to Expert Advisors, right-click, click Buy from Market, and then you can search for this gold stuff indicator here, just like this. And then you can click on it, and then you can say download demo. I did this already, so I will see it already here in the MetaTrader 5 in the navigator under Expert Advisors and Market. Since I downloaded a demo only, I can of course not use it in a live trading account, but the good thing is you can use these demo versions in the strategy tester, and this helps us already to get a really good overview over the strategy. This is a great insight. So you can click on View Strategy Tester, and it will open the strategy tester for you. Then you can click on Visualize and select a expert advisor here. And I will select this market EA Gold Stuff Expert Advisor here, and then you can choose a symbol. I like to go with this gold market here because this is what is recommended on the mql5 forum program description for this EA. Then you can choose a time frame. I will just go with M15, but you will see later on it doesn't make like it too big of a difference, or I will explain to you what it does. Then we will have a lot of inputs, and the inputs already tell us a lot about this program. But first of all, let's give it a quick run. So you can just leave the inputs as they are. I mean, I already made some changes here, like reducing the lot multiplier and working with a variable lot size here, which is based on the account currency. But I will explain this later on. Let's just start the program and see what it does. So now this program, or the strategy is executed on historical data. So this data is like provided by your broker, and it is like actual data, but the ticks, since I'm using like this every tick method, the ticks are generated by an algorithm for the bars, but it is like really realistic. because yeah, that's a good algorithm to calculate the ticks, and it doesn't really make a big difference for this strategy anyway. So you can see on the left side we have the buy profit and the sell profit of open positions. Then we open positions if there is a signal, I assume, from this gold stuff indicator that we found here. We cannot see it here, but I believe that this is the first like initial signal for a trade. And then we enter a buy or sell trade, and you can see here we get two lines, like this break-even line for the buy trade, or for all the buy trades, which we will see later on, and the TP line. And the TP line is just a fixed amount of points. For example, here we have 100 points, and we will find this later on in the inputs. Then if I speed up the program here, you can see there was another buy trade done. And you can see if I look from like the opening of the first buy trade to the second one, this is like 208 or roughly 200 points below the opening of the first position. And remember, these 200 points, we will find them later on in the settings. So we find this, and then we see that I think from the break-even point, I mean, here we have two open sell positions. So we get the break-even for these two sell positions. And from the break-even all the way to this TP line, it's 100 points again. So this is what we saw before for the buy trades. And then let me speed this up a little bit. There's another sell trade because these sell trades did not hit the take profit. So what we are seeing here already is that like from the first sell trade, we see another one here, roughly 200 points away, and another one here, again 200 points away from the last sell position. So we can see already we are building some kind of grid or ladder or however you want to call it. So we are increasing the lot size, or we are increasing like the amount of positions once a position is losing. This is also what we can see here. So this was the first sell trade, 0.05 lots. This was the second one, 0.06 lots. This was the first one, 0.07 lots. So the lot size is also increasing. So we have two functionalities already here. The first one is this like grid or ladder functionality, however you want to call it, where you increase the amount of positions, or you open additional positions once your first position or last position is losing for a specific amount of points already. Then we see this martingale functionality where you also increase the lot size for every additional position. And yeah, then we will see, of course, like the break-even price for these sell positions is also, it also changed. So now we see it here, I think this is the break-even, and this should be the TP. Yeah, I think I didn't really hit the line here, but you can see the TP is still around 100 points away. So this seems to be something that is always like the case. And you can see we can also have like buy and sell positions open at the same time. So this can only work in a hedging account. And this is pretty much what the program does. So you can see here, for example, we have a lot of buy trades now because we did not hit the take profit. And you can see starting from this break-even price to the buy TP level, it's always 100 points. So yeah, we can execute this for a long run, for a long time. And then you can see at some point, we will close all the buy or sell position once we hit this TP level, and then we will make a profit. And the profit seems to be like displayed on the chart with this little rectangle with a value inside. And yeah, this is really how this program does. And we can speed this up and see what this does to our account. So let me close the tester and let's have a look here. So what we can see here, and this is like a really interesting part right now in the test, you can see two lines. Like the lower line is the equity, which also takes into account the open positions. The upper line is the balance, which are only the closed positions. So the balance looks pretty good. It's always going up, and this is almost guaranteed with this system, because as we saw before, we do not have a stop loss. So all of our positions, they don't have a stop loss. So we will not close them if they are losing. But we have this TP line here, which means pretty much the EA will check if all of the open positions, like in one direction, is either buy or sell, if they in total have a profit of 100 points. In this case, we close. So we can guarantee that whenever we close positions or balance, it will go up, right? And the equity can be temporarily below this balance, like a little bit or even far below the balance. And this is what we are seeing here right now. So even though this balance is really positive, the equity is not. So right now, if we would close all the open positions where they are right now, the equity, the balance, sorry, would drop to 8,600. So right now, even if it might look good, we are in a losing position, and you can never underestimate this. So, but still, since the positions are not closed and we have this like grid or martingale mechanism, you can see now, since all the positions are closed, we will the equity will increase like really fast, right? So let's wait a little bit more here, because at some point we will hit this TP level. It is guaranteed. It's only a matter of how long can you keep the positions and this system active. But here you can see now we are almost hitting our balance line with the equity line, because we closed a lot of positions. And yeah, this is pretty much what we are doing with this system. So I can wait a little bit more until this test is finished. I'm not testing for a long time, because I just want to demonstrate you how this program works. And if you want, you can test it on your own for 10 years or 20 years or whatever you like. I mean, you can download it for free or as a demo for free, like the way I showed you before. But now let's have a look at the inputs, and we will see a lot of what we talked about before here in the inputs. So first of all, we can say here if we want to open new series, and yeah, this is true. But yeah, I will wait until the test is finished so I can use my mouse here to highlight the line. Okay, so now we saw this test is now finished, and unfortunately we had this event where we lost our money. So this is what can happen if a drawdown period gets too long. So I will try to make another test with some more defensive settings at the end of the video, but first let us have a look at the settings themselves. So we can see here the inputs. So first of all, you can define if you want to open new series. This doesn't really make sense in the strategy tester, but like in a live trading scenario, I believe you can say it. You can set it to false, and it will prevent the EA from opening new series. Then you can define if you want to open buy and sell series. Then you can say if you want to support manual orders, like the orders that you placed by yourself. This, of course, again, doesn't make sense in the strategy tester. You can say use hedge. I believe this means that you can open buy and sell positions at the same time, and you can define the maximum amount of orders in one direction or for a series, I believe. And then here we get to the most important part. So you can define the starting lots for a series. So this is the lot size for the first position. Also, you can use a money management, and this is a money management that is like typical for EA programming. This is just a technique that you can use, and it will increase your lot size once your account is growing. So you can say you want to use 0.01 lots for each 2,000 euros in your bank account or your trading account, and this is like just a mechanism of adjusting your first position lot size to the account. So whenever you want to take risk from this EA, you can set this to, for example, 5,000, and it will decrease the initial lot size. Also, you can decrease this lot multiplier to, for example, 0.1 or yeah, something even lower if you want to decrease like the risk. This is the maximum lot size, I guess, for a trade or a series. Then these are the TP points, and this is like the difference from the break-even line to the TP line. This is what we saw before, and this is just defined in the settings. So we could say 50, 100, 200, whatever you like. I mean, you can change the values here. Then you have the option to place a SL, but since this program is written as it is, and it is a grid system, it, in my opinion, doesn't really make sense to use a stop loss, right? Because when you are using this system, you pretty much want to make the trade like, I want to receive big rewards, but I also am willing to risk a lot. But if you place ASL, it is pretty much counterproductive for this trade-off. And then you have this trailing start. I mean, I don't really know what this does, but I think it is not that important because I didn't really see like this mechanism at all when we had to look at the functionalities here. You can say you want to close all the buy or sell positions if there's a counter signal. Doesn't really make sense in this expert advisor, I believe. And you can have a spread filter, a time filter, a drawdown reduction algorithm, which I set to true. I don't really know what this does, but I believe it will reduce the, it closes some positions if you are in drawdown like for too long. You can define the time frame. This is important because I believe it only opens once per bar at maximum, like one buy, end, or sell trade per bar. This is what we can see here. And then you have some distance settings, and this is what I showed you before. Like you have this grid, and there were always 200 or more points in between of two trades. And this is like the distance that you can define here. You can use some kind of distance algorithm here where you increase like the distance if there are more positions open, but like in the end it's just a grid that you are using where you increase the lot size. This is the panel parameters. I don't know. I think there was it should draw a panel in the chart. Maybe it does this. It does this in a live trading account, but it's not relevant for the tester. So to sum up this program, what it does is it is a pretty basic grid martingale system. That's not really good or bad, but it's still a high risk system and you should be aware what it does. So I try to explain this here in this video. And as I said, if you want to work with like a lower risk, you can increase this value or decrease this value. This is what I did here. So if I start the program again, and I can also change like the time frame. This will also decrease the risk if I go to a higher time frame, because this program, as I told you before, it only opens one trade at maximum per bar. So what we can see here is this was the last buy trade, and then this was the second one. There are 1,300 points in between, even though the grid is defined with 200 points in the settings. But I said to you before, it only opens one trade at maximum in one direction per bar. So this is why we wait until the next bar is opened here. And then at 16 o'clock at this day, I think it was this trade, we open the next position. So this is how you can also decrease like the risk. But yeah, after all, the system is the same with this test, and I hope that it doesn't crash. I will show you the testing result here, and this will sum up this video, I think. I hope I was able to give you a good overview over this EA Gold stuff and what this program does. And yeah, feel free to test it. I mean, there's a free testing option here. You can use it in the demo account then and see if it fits to you and your personal like risk mindset. But this is not overpriced or anything. $50 seems fair. And you just have to know what you are using here. So this is not a safe system. Even if it might look like it is producing free money, it is not. it is a high risk system. Depends on your settings if it is like super high risk or just moderate high risk. But like the general idea is that you risk a lot, but in reward receive a lot, or have the chance to receive a over proportional reward here. So let's wait until this test is finished. I will test this for the current year, so roughly 8-9 months, and then I will give you 1 or 2 words in the end. Okay, so this test also finished. You can see it here. Unfortunately, we lost because the risk was still kind of too high, but this just shows that you always have to consider like this event where you lose all your money. And even if you trade like for 7-8 months, this has to say nothing pretty much. So every week, every month, every day, pretty much this event can start where the price of the underlying, like euro, like gold, if it goes into one direction and never comes back, or it never comes back for like to hit the break-even price plus 100 points, which is the TP. So this is like the big risk for these systems, but I'm pretty sure if you like reduce the risk even more, you might be able to trade this system for 10 years without seeing this like worst case event. But of course, if you reduce the risk, of course, on the other hand, you will not have the same big positive results. So this is it. I hope I was able to explain the system a little bit, how it works, and like the pros and cons. And yeah, again, this is not like overpriced. It's a fair price for the programming value. Of course, could be more or less, but yeah, this is absolutely not overpriced. Make sure whenever you buy any product in the store or on any website that you get, like, before you buy it, get all the information how the system works and that it is okay for your personal situation and your personal like feeling for risk. So yeah, this is about this program. Hope you liked the video. Let me know if you want me to check out any other program in the store. I can of course test them, make a video for it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already, and like the video if you are looking forward to see more content here. Have a great time, good trades, bye bye.